Hi folks, welcome back to my World of Tanks replays with the mighty Jingles. Today I wanted to take a look at premium tanks, more specifically one of the features of premium tanks that a lot of people don't really appear to be aware of. Now there's a lot of reasons why people buy premium tanks. Some people buy a premium tank purely because they're new to the game, they're sick and tired of driving their M3 Lee and they just want something they can have a bit of fun on, and that's fine. Some people buy premium tanks because tier 8 premiums are fantastic moneymakers. And that's also fine too. But one of the features of premium tanks that a lot of people aren't really aware of is the crew training facility, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Now, there's my Churchill. It's a Russian heavy tank. It's only tier 5, and it's got a crew of 5. It's got one of everybody: a commander, a gunner, a driver, a loader, and a radio operator. And as you can see, the crew are fully trained. Or are they? Because if I mouse over the commander, oh, he's my IS-7 commander. And yet it tells me the crew is not trained for the Churchill. However, he can use his skills and perks because he's on a premium vehicle of the right type. Yep, that's right. You can take the crew of any other Russian heavy tank and put it into a premium Russian heavy tank and play that game, play that vehicle without having to pay to retrain the crew. Now, it doesn't work the other way around. So if you look at my IS-7, you'll see, oh, hello, that's my Churchill commander in the IS-7, and his 100% skill is in red, and if I mouse over him it will tell me this crew member cannot use his skills and perks because he is not trained for the IS-7. So, now it only works for vehicles of the same class and nationality. So if you have a premium Russian heavy tank, then you can train any other Russian heavy tank crew in it. If you have a German premium heavy tank, you can train any other German heavy tank crew in it. If, for example, I went to the Churchill and I tried to put my ISU-152 commander in it, this crew member cannot use his skills and perks because he is not trained for the Churchill. So you can't take a tank destroyer crew and put it in a premium heavy tank. It doesn't work. It's exactly the same as putting an untrained crew from one vehicle into any other vehicle. They have to be the same type of vehicle, so heavy tanks, medium tanks, light tanks, tank destroyers, and so on and so on. And that's why there are so many, that's one of the reasons why there are so many different kinds of premium vehicle in the game. You've got the Dicker Max, German premium tank destroyer. You've got the Jagdtiger 88 German premium tank destroyer. You've got the two premium Russian heavy tanks, the Churchill and the IS-6. You've got the all the various different premiums scattered all the way. The Super Pershing, the T-34, the T-30, the T-30? No, not the T-30. Anyway, but you get the idea. And the reason that this is such a good idea is, for example, let's say you've just bought yourself an IS-7. Now, this is my IS-8 crew in my IS-7. I've paid to retrain them in the IS-7 after I sold the IS-8. But let's say you just bought a new tank, and maybe you've paid gold to get 100% crew straight off the bat. But the crew skills are crap because it's a brand new crew, so they don't have repairs or anything at decent level. What you can do is play your first game of the day in your brand new IS-7 with your brand new IS-7 crew until you get your victory, first victory of the day and double experience. Then you take that crew and you put them all in the Churchill. And then you play the Churchill until you get the first win of the day for double experience. And then you take the crew and you put them back in the IS-7. You forget about it. And what you've basically done is that crew have got double experience twice in one day. And so you get the crew skills up a lot faster. And that's one of the interesting features of premium vehicles. And it works, it's for all the premium vehicles in the game share that same feature. I mean, the tier 8 premiums are really, really good money makers. But beyond just being decent tanks, all of the other premiums also share this feature. So you could, for example, train your Jagdtiger crew in your Dicker Max. You could train your T50-2 crew in your Tetrarch, and so on and so forth. So that's just one of those interesting little features of premium tanks that not a lot of people are aware of, and hopefully, I'm bringing it to a wider audience here. So if any of you have got these premium tanks sitting in your garage and you rarely play them, well, think about this. Speaking of premium tanks, today's video is quite an interesting one. While I was on the Patch 8 test server and I was looking over the tech tree, I spotted something really interesting. Now it's not here in the live version of the American tech tree, but at tier 5 on the test server there was another premium tank Now there are two American premium tanks at Tier 5. There's the Ram 2 and the T14, but there was a third on the test server, the Easy 4 Sherman, the M4A2E4 Sherman, which was a gift tank. It was a premium American Tier 5 Sherman variant that was, I believe it was given as a gift to the beta testers, and you cannot get it anywhere. It's not available in the gift shop, it's not available in the in-game store, it's just, there we go, it's not there. But for some strange reason it was available for purchase on the test server, so I bought it and I had a go, and you know what? It was really, really good. Now, one of the things about playing anything that wasn't Tier 9 or 10 on the test server was Wargaming took a different policy on the Patch 8 test server. Previously, on various previous test servers, what happened was they gave you 10 times the normal experience and credits for playing the game. So if you wanted to play something higher tier that you didn't own, you pretty much still had to grind your way up to it. It was just 10 times faster. What they did in the Patch 8 test server was they gave everybody 100 million credits and 100 million experience and something like 20,000 gold. So everybody could jump into tier 10s straight away, and pretty much everybody did. So if you were driving anything that wasn't tier 9 or 10, you had to sit in a queue for 2 minutes, and then when the game eventually found a matchup for you, there was only half a team on each side. But anyway, here it is, the Easy 4. It's kind of like Sherman, but the stats mixed up. In fact, that's exactly what it is. It's got better armour, it's got a better top speed, but the engine isn't as powerful, so it's got a lower power to weight ratio. It's got a 75mm gun. It doesn't get the 76mm M1A1 gun that the M4 gets. The gun, I think it has better penetration but lower damage, or lower penetration but the same amount of damage. It fires just as fast, and the armour is better. So it's a good little tank. It's better than the regular M4 Sherman in a lot of respects. But one thing that it's not good at, with 98mm penetration, is penetrating the front of KV-1s at 400 metre range. But look at the rate of fire. Yeah, bounce, bounce, bounce. We're never going to get through the front of a KV-1. M3 Lee, on the other hand, oh yeah. And there you go. It's just as inaccurate as the M4 Sherman is going on. And there we go, took a bounce from the Lee 75mm gun. And put the Lee driver out of his misery. Oh, here we go, T-34. Alright, this should be more even. And there's a Panzer III down there as well, so there's me and my Tier 5 against... we've got an M2 medium tank, so there's me and a Tier 3 versus a T-34 and a Tier 3. Oh, he's a Tier 4. It's Panzer III. So let's see what we can do here. Oh, and that T-34's backed up, and now he can't even turn his gun to point at me, and we're so going to have him here. There, he's gone. And there's a Panzer III. Looks like he's got that crappy 50mm gun. Yeah. Come on. Ramming speed, Mr. Christian. Let's have him. And he bounced off me again. Boom. That's the only damage that I've taken so far in this game, and it was self-inflicted. You see how fast this thing is. It's a shame it's not available. You can't buy it in the gift shop. You can't buy it for gold in the in-game store. It's just one of those tanks that you very, very rarely see. There's only select beta testers actually have it, which is a shame because it's a good little machine. I mean, I like the M4 Sherman, and this is basically just an M4 Sherman with the stats jiggled up a bit. On balance, it's probably better than the M4 Sherman. I like how fast it is. It's a good little machine. And all they have left is an SU-85, and oh, there we go, he's dead as well. So that's not too bad, 3 kills. Decent result. Happy with that. Good little tank. Shame you can't actually buy it, unfortunately. So, teased you there with the tank that you're never going to get, and you've probably never even seen on the battlefield. They're very, very rare. But there we go, little premium tank roundup for you. Hope you enjoyed the replay. Take care on the battlefield, and I'll catch you next time.